Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Saturday, October 9th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. There are no accidents or coincidence in this world. Nothing, absolutely nothing is by chance. It is all a reflection, an indication, expression, and manifestation of your body-mind's vibration. Your vibration is determined by the thoughts and feelings you choose to experience, which are also being sent out into the universe. Your body-mind is like a massive radio tower received by the universe. Positive feelings, thoughts create easy, healing, and satisfying experiences, while negative thoughts, feelings attract situations that leave us with a dark, lonely, and impoverished experience. For today, hold your attention on the most powerful vibration there is, love. Start by turning your radio tower so it's working at 100% by practicing self-love. Love yourself no matter what happens today. This commitment releases all negative possible accidents from entering your vibrational field. You'll win every battle with pain, poverty, and failure. Imagine what it will be like to be self-loving and self-accepting for the next 24 hours. The richest person is the one who is contented with what he has. The richest person is the one who is contented with what he has. Robert C. Savage. Judging nothing is the way to enlightenment. When the mind drops its ideas about how things should be and accepts what is as it is, then you start experiencing a great liberation inside. This amazing freedom from judgment happens when you are not attached to any particular thought. You are experiencing thoughts flowing through you, yet not clinging to them. Your life then becomes a journey of letting go of the small, limited self who was wrapped up in ideas and begins stepping into the vast, boundless, unlimited potential of who you truly are. The day all your judging drops, total inner peace floods in, and a wave of healing and deeper relaxation expands out into the universe. A very interesting thing happens when you stop judging yourself, others, or the world. You start feeling at liberty to explore, experience, and merge with everything life has to offer. There's no more defending, avoiding, and protecting against those bad things out there because you see that everything is divinely orchestrated. Have you ever watched someone receive a loving, healing message or a massage? The longer you watch, the more your body will give in, relax inside, and feel as though it's receiving the massage or message. What you focus on is what you become. There's no debate with that. It has always been, it always will be. Once you truly know this, you will not judge yourself or another again. You will only choose to see the divine. If all you perceived in this world was enlightening and liberating, then guess what starts happening in your inner world? The mind's ideas of right and wrong are not opposites in this universe. They are complementary. One depends on the other to exist. Yet whenever you can free your mind from both sides of the pendulum of morality, your entire reality shifts, causing everything to gently expand. The beautiful thing about the mind is we can always change it. Lisa Guyman. There is nothing wrong with judgment. It's simply a tool to indicate when we are living from our ego up in the head. Judging lets us know we are about to create an extra burden to carry, making this life's journey, heavy and arduous. This experience is needed so as to make you more aware and conscious of what you are choosing to believe. A mind that is truly unattached to all beliefs gives space for you to be divinely, infinitely connected with your infinite self. This is always about you. It's about the self. It's about what you decide. It's about when you go within and stay within. This infinite eternal soul that you are no longer is some imaginary idea jostling up in your head. It becomes your living experience of this life. The unattached mind acts like a perfect mirror, reflecting the qualities of good and bad that the mind discerns, yet never possessing them. It becomes free, like the limitless sky above that knows no boundary or end. A person who starts to live when he can live outside of himself. A person starts to live when he can live outside of himself. Albert Einstein. The logical, judgmental mind is no match whatsoever for the spiritual being that we all truly are. The instant we see this, we surrender, and we will instantly drop into being the infinite eternal souls we already truly are. This wipes the mind clean of all perceptions and deceptions. We are not attached to our mind unless we believe we are. We are the masters of our minds. The mind is a tool to access experiences of the limitless, all-pervading self. The moment you see that we are all connected spiritually, and if you harm another, you are harming yourself, then the search is over, and enlightenment is found. They are just aspects of you anyway, since nothing is separate from your source. So the next time the mind judges someone or something as good or bad, right or wrong, or whatever, take it in. See what it is that you were judging about you. Look at what experience you were most needing to have in that moment and how that judgment was an attempt in creating it. When the mind is truly free and only a pure awareness resides, then enlightenment simply happens. I tell you, this is the time. Forget the seeker. It is the biggest illusion. It's all happening now. Colin Zegers. So my invitation for you this week is very challenging. Watch your mind closely and notice when it's judging. Don't try to control, reject, or resist it. Let the judgmental pendulum swing. Yet let it truly swing to both extremes. Let both opposing sides be true so that they can cancel each other out. The mind may continue pulling you to just one side, saying only this can be true, and that is definitely not true. Yet simply investigate what beliefs your mind is attached to. What outcome is it attached to manifesting? What happens when the mind is wrong and you are right? The mind is very sneaky. It can make any particular idea its God because your survival depends on it. It can make any particular idea its God because your survival depends on it. It is brilliant at making up these fantastic stories about reality and makes you believe they are true. The entire time, it is just trying to attain some private goal: love, freedom, joy, safety, security, or something like that. Don't believe in the mind. You are an infinite being. We all are. You are a soul already connected to the God. To God. You're not going to die. You will go on after your body retires. So you can just relax, sit back, and enjoy the ride. Life is a river of meaningful experiences when you're flowing with the true meaning in it. If you're willing to learn how to dive into the experience of enlightenment, then get ready for something amazing. The experience of enlightenment is available all the time, always, right in the now, right today. Yet, you may need a few weeks of understanding that. Training to get your vibration up high enough to taste it. Explore how you can transcend this dream. Become the master of your reality. And create a whole new world for yourself. Everything that we do, everything, is manifestation. It's moving energy into form, creating into reality. All of us, 24/7, that's what we do. Our mental and emotional diets determine our overall energy levels, health, and well-being to a far greater extent than most people realize. Every thought and feeling, no matter how big or small, impacts our inner energy reserves. Howard Martin. We all, I believe we all remember. Did you ever play with magnets as a child? I did. If you hold two magnets together with their attractive magnetic pole facing each other, their pull to be together can be so strong that it's challenging to keep them apart. You can literally feel the magnetic fields tugging to be together and become one unified mass. This is the same principle of how a manifesting mantra can work with magnetizing a desired outcome into your life. Scientifically, our bodies and minds are a natural biomagnet computer that is continuously communicating with the universe all the time, continuously. Our thoughts and emotions act like this massive, huge, super powerful radio tower, constantly sending out signals for contacting similar types of people, circumstances, and experiences. There is a biomagnetic sphere of energy that surrounds each one of us. It's called our aura, which creates a measurable signal showing the type of energy you're sending out into this universe. It is always communicating a frequency through your emotional state about what you want and don't want to manifest into your life. And there are many case studies going all the way back to 1939 using a Carillion photography that physically proves there is a real tangible magnetic field of energy that surrounds us all the time. You can look at these photos. Maybe you had those pictures taken. The photos show our strongest emotions radiate as certain colors or frequencies all around our body. This energy is what connects with the like-minded atoms in the universe, this universe, which eventually manifest our ideas into our reality. Scientists have taken their research further and have found that the biomagnetic aura of an immature tree leaf will match the full-grown size that the leaf will become later in life. Understand that? The biomagnetic aura of an immature tree leaf will match, an immature tree leaf will match the full-grown size that the leaf will become later in life. When the leaf reaches its full-grown size, the previous documented aura is exactly the same size as the older leaf. We are just like these leaves in that we emanate the particular thought vibrational energy that we will one day grow into. It's good to know that for the rest of our lives, we are creating this magnetic energy field that will constantly be working on attracting our future life to us. Every intention sets energy into motion, whether you are conscious of it or not. Gary Zukav. When we consciously choose a particular future outcome that we wish to manifest, we can decide through a powerful statement or affirmation that this, or better, is now coming our way. If we repeat this intention with a strong positive emotion behind it, it becomes a powerful manifesting magnet for attracting and creating this desired outcome to you. The more often we repeat the affirmation, resonating with it, an ever-deepening positive feeling, the faster and easier our desired result will manifest for us. The difference between repeating an affirmation and a manifesting mantra is all about where the energy is coming from. Affirmations are simply positive statements that are not yet emotionally aligned with the intention and consciousness found within the magical manifesting mindset. There is still a belief in separation from the universal source and a feeling of disconnection from our natural manifesting abilities. And deep down, affirmations are coming from a place of hope, desire, and lack, and not fully believing that every thought and feeling is physically creating our reality in each living moment of our lives. A magical manifesting mantra is born out of the acceptance that we are naturally manifesting magnets. We are constantly creating our own enlightened or unenlightened experience of this life. The mantra vibrates with the feeling that we are the masters of our reality. This mindset can evolve out of the playground from using daily positive affirmations, and yet it holds a more powerful, advanced, and effective approach to manifesting because it knows deep down that we are the most powerful, magical, and magnetic beings in this entire universe. We can turn any typical positive affirmation into a manifesting mantra by speaking it out loud, not just from the head, but letting it reverberate through the heart, belly, and soul out into every direction in the universe. This happens naturally by first getting in touch with the most magical manifesting feeling we can find inside ourselves. When we speak the positive affirmation into the universe from that magical space, a magical feeling arises. A manifesting mantra is magical because it is built on trusting, implicitly trusting this universe, and is supporting us on the most intimate and loving levels. It is affirming that everything in life, in this life, is happening for us and not to us. We are not victims of our lives, yet the conscious co-creators of everything in it. Through consciously repeating a manifesting mantra inside, we are training the aura around our bodies to participate in this magical manifesting mindset. This allows us to co-creatively move deeper into the present moment, which allows us to become more aware of the fact that we are super powerful manifesting beings in our world. We are always moving energy into form. Always. And with our thoughts, we create it into reality. If we repeat a manifest, and it can be anything. Anything in this life. Anything about you. Physical, emotional, mental. It can be anything. If we repeat a manifesting mantra one time, it can have a more powerful effect than repeating an affirmation 100 times. The crop that we harvest from the manifesting mantra all depends on the quality of emotional, mental, and energetic soil the affirmation is being planted in. Planting affirmations in fields of trust, relaxation, joy, gratitude, and abundance will only result in a rich, full crop at the end of the season. Consistent daily use of a manifesting mantra will transform your life on a deeper energetic level, creating even higher vibrations and a more powerful magnetic auric field around your body. Its repetition is fine-tuning the feeling of living each moment in the manifesting mindset. Continuous practice of this manifesting mantra meditation will create a powerful manifesting mindset, increase your consciousness about your environment and what you are attracting into it. This gentle awareness generates a feeling of being deeply connected to the universe and an understanding that we are in a constant, intimate exchange with it, continuously co-creating our unique version of reality. Always remember, deep in your heart, that all is well and everything is unfolding as it should. There are no mistakes anywhere at any time. What appears to be wrong is simply your own false imagination. That's all. Robert Adams. And the goal of a manifesting mantra is not so focused on attaining our ego's desires, yet it's more about becoming the living master of our mind and our lives. If you are like most people, you are facing many difficult experiences in this life each day, which can make you feel trapped, limited, powerless, and stuck, fighting an inner battle with your negative thoughts and feelings. The inner conflict that we all experience is blocking our creativity, love, trust, connection to Source, and stopping us from magnetizing more positive, abundant experiences to each of us. By resonating with the power behind your manifesting mantra, it becomes like a great fire from the sun that will burn through these blocked feelings and limiting beliefs hiding inside. New neuron connections and chemical pathways are created in the brain by using the manifesting mantra. You physically begin creating new pathways for these trapped negative emotions to find a way through. The manifesting mantra will pave a new path where your mind can move more easily, perceive the unlimited positive possibilities awaiting in your future. The secret to discovering the power within your manifesting mantra is embracing the fearful or negative vibrational mess that you're currently in. Becoming more conscious of the battle going on inside you causes a new awareness to form on what's needed to transcend it. Through embracing our darkness, we are forced to own the fact that we are powerful manifesting magnets and consciously increase our positive emotional energy and vibration. Once we start devoting more time to being conscious of which thoughts, feelings, or magnetic field we are creating around us, we can find the positive within the negative, free our bodies from its energetic entrapment. You can't change the truth, but the truth can change you. One challenge that you might find on this manifesting path is that the ego will tend to have very strong preferences on what should or shouldn't happen in your life. The mind can get addicted and attached to ideas about what it means to be successful, loving, and what desirable outcomes should only look like. This is where the power of the manifesting mantra comes into play. The consciousness created from using a manifesting mantra cannot experience undesirable results. It only knows being at peace with what is, honoring the magical manifesting being that we all truly are. And the more often you use a manifesting mantra, the more conscious you become of what the mind is thinking. And this allows you to one day become totally free from your mind, unattached to all outcomes, accepting the totality of this life as it is, living in such a high vibrational state that you can only attract positive things to you. When the mind attempts to fall into fear or worry, the magical manifesting energy comes in and says, oh, well, this too shall pass, and allows those negative thoughts to move by like clouds through the open sky. By using a manifesting mantra in your daily life, you'll naturally be able to relax. Trust that many positive situations are coming your way. The mantra expands your body's aura to the point where you're tapping into an infinite number of possible positive outcomes. This is where you start attracting the most juicy life experiences and serendipitous, synchronistic outcomes. The mantra trains your brain and body to accept this in an all-loving magical universe. And just by repeating this idea inside causes your vibration right now to skyrocket. In a short time, the most desirable outcomes will fall into your lap, as you will be becoming a supreme, powerful manifesting magnet for attracting every single thing that you want or desire. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do, relax our bodies. Eventually, we will all master these bodies. And we will no longer believe that we are the body. We will begin to understand that we are the God source, the kingdom of God, the pure consciousness in the body. And so you no longer, problems and situations, irritabilities, anything, you no longer fight it. You let it just pass right through you. You don't hang on to it. You don't argue with it. You don't judge it. You just let it pass through you. Suffering and pain, sorrow and anguish, stress and fear, worry, anxiety. Look at each one. Ask yourself what it's here, why it was created. You'll be amazed what happens. You will get so acclimated to it that it will be automatic. Okay, guys, let's sit down. Let's go over what we have right now. All right? Let's take this fear. We'll talk with you first. We'll take this anxiety, talk with you first. We'll go over here, talk with you first. We'll talk with all of you eventually. And each one will just vanish. It is being trustful and truthful of yourself, without doubt. And when you do this, understand that body you're in will relax because you remove all of that. It's no longer there. It really doesn't matter what it is. Can be a little tenuous times. Can be a little challenging because of the ego mind. because of its interpretation of what it desires. But you shall overcome it. And when that body relaxes, you'll know it. You'll know it because you'll feel light. And you'll also know that you're not in the ego or the mind, because all the chatter is gone. All that mind chatter that we have is gone, disappears. And on top of it, there's no thoughts. You're not thinking about anything. You're not worrying, stressing, or fearing. You're just being. You're in this lovely void. And you're in the now. And the now is all we have. And you're in the now because you focus on your breath. And the breath is supremely powerful, divinely positive. The soul comes into the body, powers the body, everything comes online. The breath is created to sustain the vessel that houses the gods that we are. So you focus on the breath on a lot of things. You can do it during the course of your day, walking around, talking. You can do it at any time. And you focus on the breath, and you're always in the now. You're never not in the now. And we've all been there. It's just that we haven't identified it. We didn't know really what it was. We just knew it was wonderful. It's when you go into a place where you're not awake, but you're not asleep. And you're not thinking. You're not thinking about any of this. None of it. But you're there, and you really are in this space, this total quiet space. Then you're at the front door of opening the front door into the room that the God that you are is in. Now, we all reminisce and we have memories and we enjoy them. They're fun. Not all of them. We have others that we all do. We have these other memories that we visit them sometimes because we want to make sure that in the moment that we're in, that we don't repeat those experiences. But we enjoy them, and we have this library. The library is in our subconscious mind, and it contains everything. Good, the bad, the ugly. It contains all the negative statements, comments, everything that we've experienced since being in these bodies. So it's a library. We go in, we take a volume off the shelf, we reminisce on memories, we review the times, and then we put it back up and we leave. Some of us, however, will just stay in the past. They stay there. And they read through things and they experience them over and over again. And we all know the past is dead. It doesn't exist. This past experiences, gone. People, places, things. You ever know when you try to go back to something, how strange it feels? It's not the same, is it? You know why? Because you aren't the same. That's why. No matter how hard you try to go back, it's not the same, because it was then. It is not now. And you are now, not then. Now, some of us will then take that past, bring it into a future that doesn't exist, create that future from that past, relive that past in that future. That's why a lot of people will say to themselves, maybe not to others, but to themselves, no matter what we do, we always end up here. But picture 3 pads in front of you. You're standing in front of them. They have kind of a glow. The center one has the largest glow. The left and the right one. The one on the left is past, one on the right is the future, and the one in the center is the now. you'll notice that the pad that the now isn't worn at all. It seems almost brand new. One on the left's very worn, one on the right's very worn. You see, most of us will spend a lot of time in the past or the future but ignore the now. And because of this, we suffer. We don't still the mind or ego. In the future, we all do it. We wander off in the future and say, I wonder what would happen if this happened. I wonder what would happen if this happened or that happened. When am I going to have enough money? When am I going to be able to do the things I want? When am I going to meet the right person? When am I going to have the best job? When am I going to get a raise? You see? We're always asking ourselves, when? And that can drive you nuts and put you into a lot of suffering as well. The middle path, the now, that center pad, is really all we have and where everything happens. We can't go into a future that doesn't exist because we're creating our future in the now. We're manifesting it in the now. Now we know in these bodies, we know we're not the body, not the name, not the personality, not the character. We're the God source. We're the God within the body. You look at the body and you notice these lights, roughly 7 from the tip of your spine all the way up to the top of your head. Where are they? Do they really exist? They're called chakras. Chakra means wheel. They're wheels of light. They're etheric. They're spiritual energy. What are we? What are the gods that we are? We are spiritual etheric energy. Pure consciousness. So we flow through those 24/7, nonstop. And that connects us to this body. It connects us to all the emotions. It connects us to all the organs, all the tissue, the blood, the cells, right down to the quantum quark. This is why it's so interesting to understand that once you discover who and what you are, then you begin to understand the body. Then you begin to realize that you can, at a blink of the eye, eventually will be able to heal that body in any way, shape, form you choose. That's coming. Not here yet. We're like a perpetual fountain. We start from the tip of the tailbone, go all the way up above the head and around again. Now we know that those of us who are consciously aware, to a certain extent, what are we consciously aware of? That we're of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest, and the purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. That's what we're consciously aware of. Also, that we're not the body, we're the God in the body. That we don't follow the light, we are the light. So the soul enters the body. Soul is the heaven. Body is the earth. Heaven on earth. And every step we take, we're creating paradise. Not only that, we're shining our light. Our God force, love, light, energy, we're 360 degrees, 24/7, flooding this planet, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, head to toe, inside and out. Non-stop. And we all do it, even the ones that are asleep, the parts of us that are asleep. But the ones of us that are awake, omnipotently powerful, affecting each of us, affecting millions on this planet. Millions. Just one of us. If you were to take a trip outside in outer space for this planet, and you looked at it, you would see that it would glow. And not only that, you would then notice that all surrounding bodies, celestials, their lights would look dim compared to you, compared to this planet, a God planet paradise. We also know that we communicate with parts of us that are awake, consciously aware. Now, obviously, we're not able to communicate directly with the other parts of us that are just absolutely asleep. They're with us, but that's it. They haven't woken up yet. That's their decision. So we focus on the parts of us that are awake, which is all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all the angels. This is the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Todd, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. All the galactics, the celestials, the off-worlders. All of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. All the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath her. Now, light energy beings on this planet that we don't see because of the eyes that we have with these bodies, we can't see into the different light spectrums. We only see 1% of what is. So shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations, we just don't see. Yet, we are familiar with a handful that are real, that aren't fairy tales, that aren't made up. The fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. Now, the galactics, the celestials and off-worlders, over 1,000 species travel through the solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universe is every day. And the ones that we're aware of, Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, felines, Zeta Reticuli, Anunnaki, Nords, Greys, Draco, Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, Avian, countless others. This particular group has been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and slavery. The archangels, they're a civilization that vibrated at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. But we meet with them, we interact with them. We have for lifetimes. Not always do we understand or identify the fact that we've interacted with them, but sometimes it dawns on us, usually after the interaction. I say, that just wasn't a regular conversation, that was an angel. And to some of us, it may seem silly that, how can that conversation have anything to do with that? But it does. Because of the fact that they send us a message, but they send it many different ways. But it really comes down to, isn't it absolutely magna glorious, stupendous and phenomenal, spectacular, that we are alive in these bodies. We can taste, we can touch, we can smell. We can breathe. We can smile, we can laugh, we can cry. This is magical. Because the gods that we are, when we're not in these bodies, we can't do that. None of it. Now, they can surround any one of us at any one time in the tens of thousands because they can hold a large number in a small area. Their vibration, because of their vibrational frequency. You want them to surround you, ask them. They will. That's bliss. Now, the Ascended Masters, they've mastered physical. So they've ascended into physical, mastering physical, and out of physical, mastering physical. They hold pure God form, pure consciousness. We have ascended into physical, are mastering physical, creating our experiences to perfect our creation. And we're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand, so to speak, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. We're all love. We're all God. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. It continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates from the God source, from the kingdom of God, from the gods within each and every one of us. It is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest eternal love. And we're flooding this planet. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, head to toe, inside and out. Every blade of grass, every leaf, every branch, every bit of soil, all the oceans, everything we are flooding with the love that we are. It doesn't end. So we begin to ascend above the planet, and we come into full contact with a massive ocean of glitter. And it's everywhere. And it is so intense that it is trillions of multicolored lights, colors we've never seen before, flashing in every direction. It's like a ballroom globe, mirrored globe, reflecting light, but it's a trillion times more intense. So we look at the reflective points, and we notice that these little tiny microscopic mirrors. We go into them, we notice that we are all teaching and learning from each other, to and from, everything. Wherever life is housed, blade of grass, a leaf, bird, squirrel, dog, cat, cow, horse, everything. We are learning and we are teaching. We are teaching and we are learning. It's absolutely spectacular. We're learning from parts of ourselves halfway across the galaxy, through the universe. And we're not consciously aware of it yet. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that we created to remind all of us that we are the power of healing. We're then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued indefinitely, permanently, infinity with a white fire armor. This emanates from the God force, love, light, energy within each and every single one of us. It can't be penetrated. It can't be affected. No lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies, no possessions, no attachments, no demons, ever. Yet, only you have the power. If you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, whether it's conscious or unconscious, through hatred, anger, greed, envy, hurry, stress, anxiety, you will create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Then the possibilities open up. Attachment, possession, many different things. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with a double column of light that we created. The first one is the purple transmuting flame. We created this one to remind us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutralized substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are gone permanently. Immediately following, the second column of light is the violet ray. We created this column of light to remind us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, cleansing and purifying the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony to the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, the purest of the purest purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with the golden white candle. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that the gods within these bodies are the sun, the sunlight, the rain, the rainbows. The sun sets, the sun rises. The oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, trees, the forests, the soils, the mountains, all the animals, everything. We are everything, and everything is us. So the next time you view a sunset or a sunrise, an ocean front, a rain, a rainbow, it is you. You're the beauty. You're the grandeur. You're the majesty. It's you. When you look at it, you don't look at it and say, oh, isn't that beautiful? You look at it and say, that's me. That's the God that I am. It's a big difference. Always have been, always will be, ever beyond, and forever. We continue to ascend above the planet. Some of us step outside our physical form and hover effortlessly above it if we're carrying physical form. Why do we do this? Because we can. We come into full contact with this massive crystalline light tower that we created. It's larger than the solar system. It's huge. In the center of the column, we see this oblong sphere. Center of the sphere is this massive ball of golden white light. That is surrounded by numerous rings of multicolored light. We notice that they're all sending out, it's kind of an electrified mist. It's multicolored, and it literally absorbs into us, and it's like a warm embrace that never ends. And the golden white ball of light is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest, eternal love. And then we have gratitude. Well-being. Great wealth. Gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness. Bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, great prosperity, great abundance. It's endless. But then we discover that it isn't outside of us, that it is a reflection of the gods within, all of us. Now, at the top of this tower, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, flooding us all. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, head to toe, inside and out, awake or asleep. This golden ocean is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest, eternal love. And it's flooding us all. And all the gods within these bodies are one. We are drops of this golden ocean. We also hold the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean of the drops, drops of the golden ocean. The only illusion is separation. We continue to ascend above the planet, and as we do, we come into full contact with our meditative sphere. This sphere sets center circle. We all created this sphere moving towards 4 years ago. It holds 1,600 of our meditations in perpetual motion. Every day, all of us gathered, throughout existence, hundreds of millions and billions, consciously aware. These don't fade, they don't dissipate, they don't weaken, they intensify, they grow stronger, and they expand. And flooding all of us 24/7, head to toe, inside and out, nonstop. You can feel this through your heart-mind and tap into it any time. Enlightenment comes like a bolt of lightning, yet can trickle throughout your life like a slow, soothing stream. Investigate today how you casually react to people. Notice if you generally have a protective hardness, lightness, resistance, friendliness, defensiveness, pushiness, or perhaps a needy energy. Watch what typical reaction you have with others, and don't change it. Let it change into something else on its own. Be patient with it. Ask it questions that might unravel its past. Don't be attached to what comes about. Simply drop into it profoundly. Choose to be in your heart of your programming deeply, and let the self-realization come out of it. This is the only thing that will stop the habits, and is how you will evolve quickly into your consciousness. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. You know you're an awakening being when in the midst of chaos and suffering, you are capable and completely at ease. To arrive at this divine destination, for 30 minutes today, meditate on a vast space of nothingness all around you. Do this in complete silence. Just imagine that you are somewhere way out in the universe, and for billions of miles in all directions, there is emptiness. Put on an eye mask and earplugs if necessary, so you don't see or hear anything. This spacious space is always available inside you. If you truly want to awaken the spiritual experience in your life, I invite you to dive into this spacious, silent place for as long as you can today. We will be back here Sunday, October 10th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.